Let's get on with our next presentation, the BBC 999 Award for Coastal Rescue.
Back in January, Patrick Smart and Veronica Boerfiek were part of a crew of 7 on a sailing trip off the Kent coast. Sailing conditions were good to begin with, but as we all know, the British weather is somewhat unpredictable, and before too long, they were battling force 11 gales and 9-metre high waves.
Widespread gales, if not severe gales, winds could get to 60, 70, maybe even 80 miles an hour.
The sea conditions were absolutely horrific, and I genuinely did think at that time that there was a very good chance that we were going to capsize.
Waves were the size of houses. Nobody could control a boat like this in conditions like this.
At 5:40 a.m, RNLI Dungeness was launched.
Conditions weren't good. We're talking gale force 10, 5 to 6, 7 metre swells at times, and driving rain. It was really rough.
In the back of your mind, you're apprehensive because you don't know what you're going to find. You're readying yourself for any scenario, really. When we found the vessel straight away, things had already gone very wrong. The sails had been blown out and she was listing over quite heavily. We knew that the crew on board were in danger.
Initially, he was making progress with his engine. Within 5 minutes of this, situation changed.
This wave came up behind us and it threw the helmsman against the helm.
We'd lost our power, we'd lost our steering, we'd been hit by an extremely big wave, and the helmsman had been injured. Everybody was seasick.
People do die in such circumstances.
One cabin member started to send text messages to her daughter saying goodbye. It was absolutely a life or death situation without a shadow of a doubt.
The situation was critical. Failing to attach a tow rope, they were left with no other choice. Gary would have to jump aboard the yacht.
You know you've got to get it right. Get it wrong, you're going to go down between the two vessels. You could well get crushed between the two.
The sea was so rough. The two boats were at different heights from each other. Incredibly difficult.
We came along to the stern of him, and Gary was all ready to go.
I was lying down below, extremely seasick, very cold, probably hypothermic. And this face appeared in the hatchway, and it was Gary. And it was the best thing that could have happened, and I realised at that point that we were likely to survive.
But the crew weren't safe yet. Gary still had to attach a tow rope to the yacht.
You had to hang on. You had to hang on for life. There was a possibility I could have been washed overboard at any time. It was a matter of watching the seas and hanging on at the critical times to make sure you stayed on board. But we managed to get the tow re-established.
In the 25 years I've been on the lifeboat, I think this was probably the most difficult and dramatic rescue that we've had to endure.
Being on this rescue makes you realise just how dangerous the sea can be, and it makes me extremely proud to be part of the crew of Dungeness Lifeboat and part of the RNLI as a whole. Very proud indeed.
The best person I could have picked to go on that yacht was Gary, and he done a tremendous job. Top man.
I don't think that Gary even considered his own safety. I think that he had a job to do, and he knew that he had a job to do, and he just did it.
I think it's more than likely that if Gary hadn't done what he did, I wouldn't be alive today.
He's a lovely man, clearly very brave. He did a fantastic job on that day, and I owe him my life.
Please welcome the incredibly brave RNLI crewman, Gary Clark.
I'll tell you what, my heart was in my nose when I was watching that. Fantastic. And now to present Gary with his award, please welcome reigning Strictly champion Harry Judd and his fantastic co-finalist Chelsea Healy.
Congratulations, Gary. You really are an inspirational man, and it is an honour to meet you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Chelsea's right. Pleased to meet you, Gary. I think what's Even more remarkable is the fact that it's voluntary work.
Yeah, but I'm very proud to be part of the RNLI, so I thoroughly enjoy doing it.
Well, that's just honestly incredible, and it's a real honour to meet you, so thank you.
Gary, is there anything you'd like to say?
There's a lot of people, it's not just me, there's 60-odd people that help run Dungeness Lifeboat, and I'd really like to accept this award on behalf of everybody there.
Please show your appreciation to Harry and Chelsea and our 999 award winner, Gary Clark.